Breakfast is one of my favorite meals of the day, whether it's in the morning, at lunch, or in the evening. Hi, and welcome to Black Cat Kitchen. Today we're making potato waffles with candied maple bacon and a poached egg on top. Here are the ingredients you'll need for this recipe. Feel free to pause. I'll list the ingredients in the description below. So I'm using 3 large yellow fleshed potatoes. That's enough for 2 waffles. And the reason I like yellow fleshed is it tends to hold its texture a little bit nicer in the waffle than say a white fleshed potato would. You can also add sweet potato if you don't want just white potato, or you can do just sweet potato, but you'll want to turn your waffle iron down just a little bit if you're doing just sweet potato, as it will caramelize a lot quicker and could potentially burn. So I'm going to get the skins off of my onion. Normally I'd cut it in half and peel the skins, but because I'm going to be grating this, it's a little bit easier if I keep that back end all connected there. So just get your skins peeled and have your onion whole. I find it easier if you give a little slice down the side. The skin comes off a lot easier and smoother. So we're going to grate up our potatoes, and I just use the large side of a box grater. If you make your hand a little bit more flat towards the end, you can get right down to the end of that potato without hurting yourself. And then you've just got that tiny bit of potato left, and I just like to grate it on its side until we get all of that potato grated. You don't want any large chunks because it's only just cooking quite quickly in the waffle maker. You'll have uncooked potato. Now do the same with your onion. Get yourself a clean dish towel, and we're going to dump our onion and potatoes into the dish towel. You can tell just by looking at it and when you've been grating it that the potato and onion are very wet, and that will not caramelize very nicely in the waffle maker. Bring the edges of your dish towel up and just make it into a little parcel. You can already see there's water dripping out there. Drip it into a bowl or into the sink, whatever's easier, and just give it a little squeeze to get that juice out. You want these as dry as possible. You can feel when enough water has come out, because it actually feels quite firm now. You'll want to discard any of this water. You don't want that in your mix at all. So just empty that back into your bowl. You can see how much drier that is. Now we're going to season the mix. Add 2 eggs to your mix for this amount of potato. Now give it a good mix and get it all worked together. You can add a little bit of flour to this if you'd like, but actually this is holding together quite nicely. If you find it's a little bit wet, feel free to add a little bit. Follow the directions on your waffle maker. My green light turns off when we're ready to cook. While our waffle iron heats up, we'll get started on the bacon. Now I call this my special occasion bacon because, I mean, it's not exactly good for you, is it? So we've got brown sugar in the pan, and we're going to add a little bit of maple syrup, a couple of tablespoons. Turn that to about medium-low heat on your pan, and we'll start getting the bacon in. So just right on top, and don't worry because that will loosen up and spread out. You're going to get your bacon laid over the brown sugar and maple syrup. Now I've used the best maple syrup I can get my hands on. You'll want to use a really good maple syrup for this. And Gordon's playing in his tunnel. We're going to keep an eye on this. Just let that sugar start to melt and spread through, and we'll keep them on very low heat just to let them bubble up and candy while we're making our waffles.
Well, this is excellent footage. I feel like David Attenborough. Although he doesn't really record stuff, does he? He just talks.
So now that my waffle iron's up to temperature, I've got it to about medium heat. We're just gonna get some butter on there. So what I've done is I've just put some butter on the end of a paper towel. You can use melted butter and a little pastry brush if you have one, but not everybody has those. So I've got a paper towel, and that's a nice easy way to butter up your waffle iron. Saying that, you can also do this in a frying pan and just make like a latke style. It doesn't have to be in a waffle. I just like the nice little textures you get in the waffle. So let's get our potato in there, about half of our mix, and you just kind of wanna spread it down a little bit. Make sure you've got enough in there. just give your iron a little press. You'll want to keep an eye on your waffle. It will take about 10 to 15 minutes if you've got that much potato in there just to cook through. So do check on it. Your light may turn off to say, oh, actually your waffle's ready, but if you have a look, you can tell it's not quite there yet, but it smells amazing. So let's get that heat back in there. I've got my oven set to the lowest temperature it will go, so when that's ready, I can pop it in the oven and get the second one in the waffle maker. Now, back to our bacon. Sugar does have a tendency to burn, but because we're doing this on quite a low heat, you should be all right. You can see how it's getting all bubbly and all of that maple syrup and brown sugar has melted around the edges. So just give it a flip over. Oh, look how amazing that looks. This is gonna look even better on top of those waffles. If, like me, and your pan gets a hot spot depending on how your stove works, try and jiggle your bacon around a little bit so you can get nice, even cooking.
Jiggle that bacon.
That looks pretty nice. You can see those little sizzly bubbles coming off there. Now I like to just get in the waffle maker with my chopsticks. I find that the easiest way to remove the waffle and get it into the oven. So that will keep warm in the oven while we make our second waffle. Like I said, you really want to spread it out to the edges as much as possible. Now if you're doing this in the frying pan, you might want to either half the recipe or do 4 small potato pancakes rather than 2 larger size because they might not cook through all the way. With the waffle iron, you're getting that even heat from both sides. So keep that in mind when you're doing them in the frying pan. You can just add a little bit of oil and butter to your pan and just fry them in blocks and just sort of press them down with the top of your spatula. Right, so we'll get some boiled water into the pot. I like to use boiled just because it doesn't take quite as long to come back up to a simmer. And you don't want this at a full rolling boil when you add the eggs in. You just want it actually at a gentle simmer. So let that start to come up. I'll even pop a lid on top to make that happen quicker. So I keep my eggs in the fridge before poaching right until the very last minute. And then I just carefully break them into a little bowl. This helps keep the white intact as much as possible. You can also add vinegar to your pot, but only if you like the flavor of vinegar. If you don't really need to. So now you can see those bubbles coming up. And you'll actually want to give that a stir. You don't want those bubbles on the bottom while you put your eggs in because they can misshape your eggs a little bit. And we're going to turn this water right down. So give it a little bit of a stir, get those bubbles out of the way there. And then while that water is still moving, you'll take your pot and actually slowly drop the eggs into the water. And you can actually put the pot right into the water with it. The reason we do that is it just keeps all that white together. So get those eggs just gently poaching. I actually turn the heat off now, put the lid on, and leave them for about 6 to 8 minutes, depending on the doneness that you prefer. Those eggs are done just the way that I like them. So you want that quite soft middle, or I do anyway. And then I just lay them on a paper towel just to get them dried off. You don't want your potato waffles to be all wet and soggy. And that way, if you've got any sort of floaty white bits, you can just trim them off and make them look pretty. Those waffles should be just about done, so let's get plating. All right, let's get that waffle out. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. You can hear how crispy it is on the underneath. Let's get that bacon on top. You can even drizzle a little bit of that syrup on if you really want to. And why not? And last but not least, our beautiful poached egg. A little bit of salt on top, pepper if you like. And that is a perfect breakfast. In the words of Swanson,
there has never been a sadness that can't be cured by breakfast food.
And this is proof. The maple and brown sugar on that bacon just gives it a nice crispy exterior, but the saltiness comes through. The potato waffle is amazing. And that little bit of syrup on top really adds to it. It's time for me to eat. Thanks for watching Black Cat Kitchen. If you like what you see, please feel free to support me on Patreon. The link is below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you again next time.